Guys, welcome back to another episode of Soaring Highs and Crushing Lows. Now, you heard that right away? We got a fart out of the way. We fart in every episode. I don't plan on it, but that's out of the way right away. Guys, welcome back. Good to have you here on another episode of Soaring Highs and Crushing Lows, the only podcast done by a 33-year-old CEO in his parents' basement. As you know, on this show, we only drink Pinot Noir. If it's not Pinot Noir, we send it back. Good God, that fart smells horrible. Tonight, the Pinot Noir is, and you know, most of my wines, they got to come from the Pacific Northwest. If they're not from the Pacific Northwest, we send it back. It's real simple. Tonight, we're trying the 2021, Jesus Christ, sorry about that. We are trying a Folly of the Beast, okay? Folly of the Beast. The back of the thing says, as a solitary whale navigates the depths, Folly of the Beast represents our single-minded pursuit exclusively Central Coast Pinot Noir when others might not be. Wow. All right, we're going to give it a shot. These Pinot Noirs, they usually get me pretty fucked up by the end of the episode, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Let's get some news out of the way real quick. This Saturday night, this episode will be out Friday. This Saturday, we are doing a brand new comedy special at the Ron Pub. The name of this comedy special is Tales from the Looney Bin. And you can use your imagination what that's going to be about. Basically, this comedy special is me taking some of my most traumatic life incidents and turning that into comedy. Isn't that what comedy is, guys? Tell me a funny person that doesn't have some serious trauma. That Pinot Noir is tasty. Now, let's get right into things here. As you know, I have my company still, Frank's Mobile Detailing, and things are booming. Things are going great. I'm busy. I'm working all day. The reason I'm not working today is it's raining out, and rain is not good for the car washing business. And you know, I have to know because like tonight at dinner, someone says to my father, you know, I could get him in the steam fitter. I'm sorry. There's so many unions, I can't even remember what it was. Oh, sheet metal union. I get them in the sheet metal union. Listen, I don't want to be in the union. I want to make it on my own, okay? I just don't. What happened in the last 50 years in this country? Like, everyone's like, unions. You can make it without being in a union, okay? Let me ask you this. The Neanderthals, okay? The first primates or humans of the Neanderthals. Do you think they were in a union? No, they found a way to survive. We don't need to be, we don't have to work for these people. I'm getting tired of it. And I'm not, listen, here's the deal. We're going to pursue comedy. We're going to pursue owning my own company. And we're going to work for MHI Contracting. That's what we're going to do for the next couple years. If I turn 36, okay, and nothing pans out from this excursion I'm about to go on, and by the way, I'm working like fucking 90 hours a week. So don't sit here and call me a bum or anything like that. I'm working hard. I'm working my ass off. I'm going to give it a shot. The next couple of years, we're going to go for broke here with comedy, with the car detailing business, with MHI Con. I don't want to hear it. Don't come up to me with any of these jobs. I don't want a job. People call me all the time. Fran, I got a job for you. Not interested. Not interested. I don't want to have a boss. And I'm learning that I don't need one, okay? Quite frankly, don't need one. We're doing just fine, okay? All right, hope everybody had a very nice Mother's Day. Hope you guys got your mothers a gift. I got my mom the traditional gift card of complete losers, $50 gift card to Kohl's, and flowers from the Acme. Very thoughtful of me. Thank you very much. This is an interesting Mother's Day story. Gypsy Rose. And we've talked about Gypsy Rose on this show before. She was the girl that, you know, her mother faked that she had cancer. Her mother faked that she couldn't walk. And then turns out that was all a lie. Then she convinced the autistic boy to travel across state lines, fuck her in the bathroom at the Cinderella premiere, and then brutally kill her mother. You remember that story? That's a nice little holiday story you like to tell the kids here and there. Now, Gypsy Rose, as I told you before, is out of prison now. She divorced her husband. This poor bastard, he marries this broad while she's in a prison. She gets out. She's on the news telling about all the dick she gets. She's getting the D, blah, blah, blah. And this guy was there for her when nobody else was. How does she repay him? Divorces him. She's a rotten, stone-cold killer. what's funny to me, though, is Gypsy Rose wished her mother, her late mother, and when I say late mother, of course I'm referring to the mother that they brutally killed. She says, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I try to remember all the good times. And Gypsy, we're struggling out here to reminisce on the good times. Are the good times when you convinced the whole town, when your mother convinced the whole town of people that you had leukemia? Were the good times when your mother told people that you couldn't walk and everyone was donating money because they were sympathetic towards your situation? Were the good times when your mother was abusive towards you? Or were the good times when you made an autistic boy travel across state lines that you met on ChristianMingle.com only to fuck him in the bathroom, that was nice of you, at the Cinderella premiere, and then have him kill your mother? Were they the good times? I'm confused on what good times Gypsy Rose is talking about. We love you though, Gypsy. You know that, Gypsy. We love you. We love you to death. We got to get an update on those conjoined twins. That was the conjoined twins. They had the two heads. And the husband, he allegedly was sneaking out on the conjoined twins. Like, what? That just seems like if you have a girlfriend, you're not going to be able to cheat on them. Today's day and age, they're like detectives. This guy got away with cheating on two women. I don't believe it. I got to say it. Something else I want to talk about. Donald Trump. I don't want to be like these late night hosts where I just talk about Trump all the time, but it is interesting because Donald Trump was in Wildwood this last weekend. Trump had a rally in Wildwood, and there was 100,000 people that showed up. To be honest with you, you guys know that I'm a Trump fan. There's no fucking way, okay? There's no fucking way I'm ever attending a political protest or rally. I'm just not interested. Do I want to go to a political rally, sit in the cold for hours and hours, hear someone talking, or do I want to go to the wrong pub, bet money I don't have, and get drunk with friends? Well, the answer to that is always going to be the latter for me. I like Trump, but listen, people that I know, we got to work, We don't have time to go to a fucking rally. I remember one time I was all drunk down in Florida, and I was leaving the beach, and I encountered the Proud Boys. And I took it upon myself to tell them that they were fucking losers. I said, look at you guys all dressed up in uniform. It's fucking 90 degrees. You're wearing black pants and a yellow shirt. Get a fucking life. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes radical groups. We're all just trying to get by. I mean, that's literally what we're trying to do, is get by. And it's harder and harder and harder and harder. So we don't have time for political rallies. I would never attend one. Like I said, I'm a big Trump fan. There's no way I'm attending anything like that. Okay? I have very minimal time when I'm not like working, where I'm not stressed about impending doom, where I'm not stressed about finances, where I'm not stressed about moving out of my parents' basement. I got a lot of other shit going on. I don't give a fuck what Trump has to say or what's going on in the Middle East. However, after saying all that, we need Donald Trump to win the election. Can we do another 4 years of Joe Biden? And it's funny because Wildwood, which I'm pretty sure everyone who listens to this podcast is familiar with Wildwood. There was a comedian, I forget his name, and I'm not stealing a joke here. Not stealing a joke. I posted it on my Instagram, and I'll post it again. He told the funniest joke. Oh, I feel bad not knowing his name. There was a comedian that told this joke. I'll post it again because, we're not stealing jokes here. But he said, you ever been to Wildwood? He said, Wildwood is basically the Las Vegas for people who make $40,000. Then the guy was fucking hilarious. He continued to say that he only makes $27,000 a year, so that Wildwood for him felt like Abu Dhabi. That guy is funny. We got to get. I will post his. I will find that post and post it again because it is really funny. And then I watched his other stuff, and he's a fucking riot. But yeah, they were saying on the news, The View and Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert said that Wildwood was like a... He said, imagine if a rip-off Rick and Morty t-shirt was a place. That's Wildwood. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Then another guy was saying that Wildwood was basically all white people. And, it was white MAGA supporters. what they were implying was that Wildwood was a bunch of white racists. And this offended me. This offended me greatly because I don't know if you've been to Wildwood, okay? It's very diverse. The boardwalk is very diverse. And most people don't have a problem with that. We get along in harmony. Everyone's, listen, taking the kids to the ride. Everyone respects each other. There's never really that many problems. But to say that it's all white people is fucking insane. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. If you've been up on the boardwalk, go to Maurice Pier. I love Maurice Pier. Can't wait to get there this summer. I'm going to be riding. Hey, I'm 33 years old. I'm telling you, one of the highlights of this summer is going to be getting drunk and getting on those rides, okay? Don't care. If you're my age and you're married with, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid and you can't get drunk and go on those rides, well, that sucks for you. Because I'm going to do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a lot of fun. But to sit here and suggest that Wildwood is a town of white, racist Trump supporters, you're out of your goddamn mind. Having said that, maybe you should head on over to Avalon. Okay? Tell me how diverse Avalon is when you go there. And fuck, I'll even throw Sea Isle under the bus. Tell me how diverse Sea Isle is. Okay? And I'll tell you what the answer is. Not very. Tell me how diverse Avalon is. Tell me how diverse Sea Isle is. Here's the answer. Not very. Not very. Not very much at all. So I don't understand. Well, they had the rally, and also like most of the people that went to the rally, this is another good point someone made, they weren't even from Wildwood. So Wildwood got a bad rap on the national scale, and that kind of bothered me because I'm a Wildwood guy. I'm a Wildwood guy through and through. I thought Wildwood. Some people may have I see people today. They're all over the country. They're all over the world. I used to think Wildwood was like to me growing up. Wildwood was like Atlantis in the Bahamas. Okay, that's what Wildwood was like for me. So I just didn't like the notion that Wildwood's a place of these racist Trump supporters. Fuck you. Like, it's sad that in 2024, our options are Joe Biden and Donald Trump again. They're I mean, come on. We can't do any better. These two are idiots. If we really want to move on as a country, we would just send them both off in a rocket. I'm voting for Trump. I've said that. I don't care if he's in jail. Trump has my vote. But I do laugh at this, and I find this to be kind of funny. You take someone that's a serious boomer, okay? And boomers are getting increasingly out of their minds. I mean, they literally... I saw a stat today that in order to live comfortably for a family in every state, I mean, like, the minimum is like $180,000, okay? So these people that bought houses for $33,000, you got to stop, okay? You're living in another reality, and you're trying to talk to us, and like, why don't you... Yeah, if I were you, I'd get a job and I'd settle down, buy a nice house. Bet we can't buy a house. A row home is $380,000. Settle down. What are you talking about? That same row home in 1987 was worth a strawberry and a banana. Now it's $330,000. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Settle down, get that house. Get the fuck out of here. Something needs to drastically change. And listen, on this show, we don't. I'm not sitting here blowing Donald Trump. I'm actually going to rip into him right now. It's funny to me that some of these boomers, they all talk about, the white picket fence. You should find a girl, settle down, get married, have a few kids. All these guys that love that, they preach that. Hey, listen, I'm not against that. That's what you want to do it. But a lot of these boomers, they preach that, right? Settle down, find a nice girl, get married, buy a house, be a family man. These are the same people that are salivating at the mouth for Donald Trump. And they don't seem to mind that Trump fucked a porn star while his newborn son was at home with his hot wife. He had a hot Slovenia. Melania Trump is so goddamn hot. I would never cheat on her for a pig like Stormy Daniels. So you have to call out, you have to criticize both candidates. You can't just be, and I do, but I hate Joe Biden. I hate him more. I don't sit here and say Trump's the same. But Yeah, you got guys that are like, that whore wanted to fuck Trump. She wanted it. And then you're like, okay, sir, weren't you the same person just telling us the importance of family, getting married, and being a good family man? So they're all over the place. You just wish we could get someone new. Trying to get episodes out every week. As you know, here's the thing about me too on this podcast, and we've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't owe the Philadelphia sports teams anything. Okay, I don't like the Eagles. Don't really like them that much. Okay, so listen, if I bet on them, I'll cheer for them. A group of guys I really don't like, and I'm sorry. People tell me, "Oh, if you don't like them, you're gonna lose fans." Fuck them. I don't care. If you want to have your food chewed up and fed to you, then there's plenty of podcasts out there. There's 30,000 podcasts of guys going like this. The Phillies, the Phillies. You know, it's like, I don't like them. I don't think they're relatable. I don't like the guys, but I'll tell you one thing, they've been kicking the shit out of me, okay? I've been betting against them left and right. I can't get a win. Right now I'm watching the game. It's 2-1 Mets. I'm praying to God they can win because I got a plus 175. Those are pretty good odds. And Philadelphia fans are funny because they're the best team in baseball right now. They're on fire. They're dominant. They're crushing it. And these fans that call into the radio station, they're just not happy. Yeah, hi, this is a...
Hey, man. Hey, welcome back to 94.1 WISP. Let's take a phone call here. Hey, let's see who this is. Looks like it's John out in Swarthmore.
Hey, man, this is John from Swarthmore. Listen, this team, it's great that they're winning games, but if they're going to make it far, they need to get a better backup catcher.
Shut the fuck up. Like, I swear to God, I listened to that. That's what the guy said. They need a backup catcher. What? You know, these Philadelphia people, you're just never going to make them happy. Sorry, I seem to be ranting and raving this episode. I'm a little angry because I had to pay $100. I just paid that ticket, by the way. $100 for going 53 miles per hour, which is a totally reasonable amount of speed to be going on an expressway. And it just hurts, you know? I'm not a rich man. $100 fine hurts. Okay? It hurts. It's like a large percentage of my paycheck I'm giving to the city of Philadelphia. To do what? What are they doing with it? It's just crazy. Turn on the news every night. The city's just falling apart. This is Gotham. It's going to get worse and worse. You know, at the back of the podcast, our t-shirt, our motto is, it only gets worse. I don't see it getting any better. Sorry to tell you that. Maybe it's folly of the beast that I'm drinking that has me so negative. I don't know. Maybe I got to get some sleep. But listen, folks, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Soaring Highs and Crushing Lows. Here's one more reminder. This episode should be out by Friday. Let's hope. And please come to the Wrong Pub on Saturday night. We have a great comedy show for you. I'm telling you, this comedy show is so traumatic, but I turned trauma into humor. That's what I've done. Like a magic trick. Turn my trauma into humor. And we oh my God, we get down to the nitty gritty. You're going to want to come out to this show. Besides that, we're going to have a DJ. I believe DJ Billy Bird is playing. And we're just going to have a good time. One thing about the bars that I work at and I hang out at, there's never any bullshit. We don't fight. We don't do any of that nonsense. There will be no fighting. If there's any fighting, I'm calling the cops on you. What we're going to do is have some good old-fashioned fun. All right? That's what it's all about, having fun. I'll see you guys on Saturday night. If not, I'll catch you next week. Hey, listen, next week we'll have a good episode. Whether I succeed or bomb, we will find out. Anyway, that's enough for this episode of Soaring Highs and Crushing Lows.